Okay guys, so I'm finally here with the computer. This is actually like the third attempt of trying to make this video. The last times I was using different software and it wasn't working at all. The OBS Studio, free open source software, wasn't working. So I'm using this Camtasia. The other times when I did this, it took about 45 minutes to finish it. So I'm gonna try to cut this down to be a lot shorter. This is 10 years worth of MRIs and the back history that I have. So let's get started. The first MRI I have is this one from 2008. Yeah, so I got it pulled up here and we're just gonna cycle through from one side of the images to the other. Here we go. So I'm not gonna comment too much on this stuff, but I mean it's pretty obvious. There's a bulge there, and this one's coming in. This bulge pretty good. Or at the end of each MRI, I'm gonna put the report at the end, so you can look at that. And so let's keep going. So I'll cycle back. Well, actually, I'll just go to the next one. Close that. Maybe that'll help. These are really bad images. I believe I had contrast done on the first two images. This one in 2008 and the next one in 2014. This was right before I had the first back surgery in Mexico. So the next one, close that down. So if you look down here, you can see that see the position of where we're at on this axial view. So this is the L4, L5 disc right now. And then here's L5S1. Okay, so I'm gonna close this out now, and then we're gonna go to the next one. We're gonna open it up. So give me just a second. While I'm opening it up, you can look at the MRI written report and check that out. Okay, so we got the next one pulled up. I'll show you. I'll just cycle through from one side to the other. So I'm on the right side right now, as you can see down here. We're going to the left side. You see it's bulged. This is 2014. Alright, if you need to rewind this, you can do that. Oops. Go to the next one. So starting from my left, or sorry, starting from my right side. Here we go. I'm going to go back real fast and point something out. So during the first surgery in 2008, he implanted this implant here. It's called a DM implant. I'll put a little screenshot of what it looks like so you can get an idea, but it goes right between it's a flexible thing that just ties in between here and here on the prosthesis, whatever bone sticking out. and it's flexible. It's a silicone, like basically bump stop to absorb the shock and take the pressure off of this disc here, the L5S1 or L4 L5 disc. So alright, so I'm gonna close this out since we already viewed it. Go to the next one. So again, starting from the right side, go to the left. I know for sure this one had contrast in it. So this was a problem. He worked on this disc, on this one. In the previous MRI, and the first surgery, he worked on both the L4, L5 disc and the L5S1 disc. So he worked on both of these lowest two lumbar discs. And he just cut the during the first surgery, he cut the bulge off and herniations off the discs, and then he wrapped the sciatic nerve root with body fat so the scar tissue wouldn't connect or adhere to it when it healed up, and he also put that DM bump stop implant in there. So this surgery in 2014 that we're looking at right now, he only worked on the lowest L4, L5, or L5S1 disc. So we're starting at the bottom. So this is right in the middle of the disc. Moving up, L4, L5, and this is L3, L4. Close that out. Next one. Then if you get impatient, you can go to the end of this video where I show you the last MRI done in January 2018, and just look at that. In the description below, I'll tell you where that's at, the time marker. So I feel like it's important to get show you all of the MRIs and just comment a brief history of what's going on, so that it's all in one video and on record, and you can see exactly how things have progressed over the last 10 years. So here we go again. Just now getting to the L5S1 disc, L4, L5 disc, L3, L4 disc. I'm sorry, I'll start that L3, L4 disc again. Yeah, that's it. Close that out. I think that's it for this 2014. So let's go to the next one, which is going to be 2016. So this was right before, like a month before they did the stem cell injection. So again, I had not gotten a contrast on this, no contrast. So we'll start, let me figure out where I'm at here. Okay, so I believe this is the right side. As we progress to the left side, you should be able to start seeing the bulge here on the L5S1 disc. Again, we're going to the left side, and moving on. So at this point, I was in quite a bit of pain, mostly in bed. Spent most of my day in bed, and I was glad because I was happy that I was getting stem cells done, because I started checking into it before I got as bad off as I was. I realized that the surgery was not gonna cut it for me, and I was just getting worse. So as we progress, you can, from the right side of my body to the left side, you can start seeing what's going on. As you can see, there's scar tissue here. This is the outer layer of my skin. A lot of mass from the surgeries, the last two surgeries here. Scar tissue. But as you can see, this is the one that went bad again, because this DM implant here was protecting this disc, but this one didn't have protection against the compression pressure on it and all that, so it took some abuse and went out on me. After that second surgery, I was trying to take care of myself, but it still wasn't enough. Just being careful. So we'll go to the axial views here. These blown out. I'm not sure. I think this is the upper part. So we'll go from the sacrum down from bottom to top. So I believe this is the L5S1 disc. Moving up. L4, L5 disc, I believe. Alright. Forward. Try not to comment too much, because like I said, these videos are going to be this video is probably going to be long by the time I finish, as it is. So let me go to the sacrum. So we're going from bottom to top of my spine. So get close to the first disc here. First of the bottom ones. And up my spine. Alright. And I think that was it. So maybe this is, let me check this one out. Anyway, so I'm just going to move from one side to the other, and you guys can figure it out. But the bulge on my disc is always on the left side. So this might be the left side. That's fine. I don't know. Anyway. Alright, so that's it for this one. You guys can check out oh, actually, this one did not have a written report on it. So, I'll post that up later, maybe on another video, but I never got one from the hospital. They never released it to me. So, I can't share that with you. Alright, so here we go. Pulling this one up. Alright, so this was the first one I had done in Australia, 3 or 4 days after I damaged my disc. And I didn't damage it. This was the worst injury to my disc I've ever had. So I will kind of comment on this so you can see. So I just went from right side to left side. So I'm going to go left side, back to the right side. And we're looking at this L5S1 disc. And look at this here. Do you see how big that is? It's a massive herniation. Herniation means that the inside jelly material has found its way all the way out of the disc, the side wall here. It's not a bulge, it's a herniation, so that has blown out all the way outside of the disc, and this is a massive herniation from what I understand. I'll look at the written report, but anything over 1 centimeter is in size is considered really, really huge, like maybe record-breaking huge. Okay, so here we go again. Next image. Moving from, I believe, the right side to the left side. Keep an eye on this. You see the bulge is pretty big already. And then boom, it's like way, all that jelly material's out here. So the amazing thing is that, and despite the massive size and scale of this injury, I was able to recover extremely fast, faster than I've ever recovered from any of the previous injuries that I've done before the surgeries and after surgery. So so again, here's like the main probably sidewall of the disc. It's fibery, and then this is a jelly material that has blown out. And like I said, I couldn't sleep for 3 days straight. 2.5, 3 days. I didn't sleep 1 minute because I was trying to decompress the disc and just cope with pain. And I was on 800 milligrams of ibuprofen every 4 hours, and it was still unbearable. I was basically considering ending my life at that point because the pain was that bad, and I just felt like it was hopeless. But fortunately I didn't do that, and I recovered extremely well. I started swimming as soon as I could walk to the pool. The pool was about a 2-minute, well, it was actually less than 2 minutes, about a 1-minute walk. So I wasn't able to walk to the pool for basically, trying to remember actually, I think it took me about a week before, maybe less than a week actually, maybe 5 days or something before I could walk to the pool and start swimming. So I just started basically doing the backstroke in the swimming pool there in the apartment building in Australia where my mom lived. So that's it for this MRI. If you need to just go back and look at it, you're free to do that. I'll post the I'll post the written report up now so you can check that out while I pull up the next video or next MRI. And so this MRI here is the one that was done 3 weeks after that last MRI was done, again in Australia, no contrast, and it was only $150 US to get it done. So I was like, well, why not get it done and see if there was any progress, because I felt a lot of progress by then, by 3 weeks in that 3-week period. So so yeah, I'll show you that as soon as I get it pulled up here. Okay, so this was done in June. That last one was done in May. So June of, there's a date here, you can see it. This is June 1st, 2017. And the last one was done, let's see, May, sometime in May. You can go back and look at the date on it. Anyway, so again, I'll just cycle through this to get through here fast. You need to pause it or go back, you're free to do that. So here's that bulge. You can see it pretty well there. It's not a bulge, sorry, it's one wall herniation. So and cycle through. The written reports do seem to be a little bit different, but it's probably just because there's 2 different radiologists looking at them. So I think this is going from top to bottom of my spine. So this is left side here, this is right side. And the next one. These were done on 2 different machines. They were not the same machine, so. Alright, this last one here. I don't know why this is so dark, but oops, here, go back. Close this out, so we'll move on. And you can look at the report on that one now, and I'll pull up the next one. So this is the one that you guys have been waiting for, 2018. Alright, so this is the one that I had done in the last video. And this was the one that you guys have been waiting for. So this was done in January 9th, 2018 here. And this was in Post Falls, Idaho, right before I moved to Georgia, where I'm at now. So this was 15 months after the stem cells were injected. Those last MRIs were done about 7 months after I had the stem cells injected. So let's go through this. So my theory is that when my herniation happened in Australia, there was stem cells in the nucleus of the disc, and those stem cells had already become mature enough so that when it blew out into my spinal canal, those stem cells were already able to start healing and repairing the tissues that were damaged outside of my disc, not just inside. So in a way, it's possible. I don't know. I'm just thinking that it might have been able to benefit me in a unexpected way by allowing those stem cells to get out. But maybe the stem cells are able to get out anyway through through the disc walls. I don't know how capable they are and how far they're able to migrate from one area of the body to the other, but it's just something that I was thinking about. Anyway, so as you can see from that image there, the bulge and herniation is completely gone. So this is the next image. The body completely reabsorbed the disc fragment, which is the disc material that blew out here. When that material blows out, it hardens, it calcifies, but the body also cleans it out, which is they refer to as reabsorbed. So yeah, even though the disc's height is still seems to be about the same as before, and you can see that they are darker in color. Well, this one doesn't show the darkness, much of a difference between the healthy disc and these two that are unhealthy, but in some of the other images here you'll see that they are, or maybe the ones, I think the ones that we first saw, you can see that they still are kind of desiccated and dehydrated, but the important thing is that there's no bulge or herniation, and it seems to have completely healed up, and I am not in pain. So this is something really, really amazing, and it's something that I just thank God every day for just being where I'm at right now. I'm capable and able to function and work and do everything that I need to do. So I was where you guys were at. If you're in pain and suffering, I was there. So believe me, I know how hard it is, and just want to encourage you guys to not lose hope. Coming from my perspective, where I have faith in God, just if you do have any faith in God, and even if you don't, I encourage you to turn to God for salvation, and just pray and ask Him to help you, because that's what I did, and He is faithful to take care of His creations and His children. So He doesn't want to see us suffer, even though most of us are suffering because of our own actions, the results of our own actions. He's still merciful to save us from those things when we turn to Him and we're humble. So I'll post that report up now, so you can check that out. Anyway, so yeah, that's it. I just thank you for watching. It looks like I'm a little over half hour right now, so I just hope this helps, encourage you. Also, I want to really point out that I believe that my healing results not are completely dependent on this, the stem cells. It was a lot. I think it had a lot to do with the fact that I was decompressing my disc and also working on my core support on a regular basis. So if uh, if I hadn't done that, I don't think I would have recovered as well as I have already. And there's a video. I'll try to I'll put it in the description below, but please check out this video of I think they call themselves a spinal institute or something like that. But this guy shows MRIs of people recovering without surgery, without stem cells, but because they had the proper type of physical therapy, and they were doing the McKenzie stretch like I was talking about before, and also decompressing. They used actual equipment to decompress the spine. So if you're doing all the right things, you will recover and you will be pain free. So anyway, that's it for now. God bless. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe. That's going to help me to be able to make more videos and encourage me to make more videos. And last thing I want to say is I'm going to start posting videos of the last year and a half that I've been taking that were not stem cell related, but just me doing whatever stuff I had to do. So a lot of it has to do with cars and racing and stuff like that. But anyway, so if cars and racing and crazy stuff like that sounds interesting to you, please subscribe, and hopefully you'll find that entertaining in some way. So anyway, that's it for now. Bye.